multifaceted. If I talk about it, it will be a very long speech. But let me just highlight a few things that meant so much to us. Number one, our economic linkages. You know, we make a living together in this world. Economically, 8,000 Indian companies is in Singapore. 8,000. Hundreds of thousands of Indian professionals, workers are in Singapore. Building systems, running systems, literally building Singapore for us. And we really value that. And Singapore, somehow we are so small, but we remain India's top foreign investors. Tamil Nadu, where we are, some of our biggest companies are here for many years. PSA, Ascender Singbridge, they ran an industrial park. Ascot, many other small companies, many Singaporeans, all working here. So the exchanges are very tight. We have a SECA, a free trade agreement, a comprehensive economic cooperation agreement that we signed some years ago. And then we have reviewed and we have completed, upgraded it since June last year. And I think this is a signal for both our people, both our governments, to say that to progress together, we must be open to the world. Open to the world, work together. That is the key to progress, prosperity, and bring up hopes for our young. In fintech is another very exciting area. We have started a joint working group since Prime Minister Modi visited Singapore last year. We started this working group. They have met a few times, and they are working on very exciting projects. We're trying to link our startups, our fintech startups, SMEs together and work together. We are working on the internationalization of Indian stack, which is essentially the technology behind the Aadhaar program. Most exciting to me is to link up our payment systems. In Singapore, the electronic payment system we have is NETS. In your case, it's the NPCI, the National Payment Corporation of India. So with that, and I'm very thankful that Prime Minister mentioned this in his independence speech earlier this year. And with that, we hope sometime next year, RuPay card holders from India, you go to Singapore, you can use all the NETS terminals to make payment. Similarly, reciprocal arrangement, NETS cards holders coming to India, there should be many terminals they can also use to make payment. With that, we are linking our payment system in such a seamless way. It will be tremendous change in experience and draw our two countries much closer together. One more area that I think is a very significant part of our cooperation, and which I'm personally very involved in, is skills training. Prime Minister last year also visited our Institute of Technical Education in Singapore, and this is part of his effort to push for Skills India. And Singapore, we will do our best to work with India to develop skills training. We have worked with various Indian authorities and bodies to set up training institutes. Team from India to run the institute. Another one that's coming up is Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. That one also special because it is supported also by the Asian Development Bank, who decided to bring both parties together to work on this. In education is another exciting area. I seized the chance to come to Tamil Nadu because the language spoken here is one of our mother tongues. Yeah. And so many of our specialists teaching mother tongue, Tamil mother tongue in Singapore, they graduated from Tamil Nadu, they got their PhD from Tamil Nadu. And since I'm here, I'm going to make a trip later in this afternoon to Mamallapuram. And I think it's such a wonderful opportunity to visit the place. It's a very old port, but it's not just the place alone, but what it means. Because this was 7th century port. And that was the time when China was Tang Dynasty. And Tang Dynasty is an outwardly open, very open-minded dynasty in China, coincided with the Pallava dynasty in India, in Tamil Nadu. And then that trade between India and China at that time, including through the port of Mamallapuram, and goes through Southeast Asia, goes through Sumatra, where the Srivijaya Empire was reigning then, goes through Java, where Mataram Kingdom was there. So Palembang, Jogja, these were also port cities. And that whole trade, India, China, through Southeast Asia, brought prosperity to all of us for hundreds of years. And I'm really excited now that I read that Prime Minister Modi will be meeting President Xi Jinping in that port city. And I think it is such a wise choice and such a far-sighted endeavor to maybe revive this. And I think in Southeast Asia, in Singapore definitely, we are all quietly rooting for a very positive India-China relationship. Now, after all this, let me talk about the hackathon. Thank you to the Prime Minister for raising this. It's a wonderful idea. My Prime Minister accepted it straight away, and I'm tasked to get it going. And of course, I delegate to Professor Subra Suresh, who ran with it. And this year is our second installment. I'm very glad that we had this change of format, where now our two teams are working together. Because the first format with was Singapore team competing against India team. I think it was a good hackathon, but I think we can do better. So this year we did better, but combining the teams, so they now work side by side. And speaking to our Singaporean students just now, I think they really relish that experience. I think two big things that happened to them. Today, a university is not just attending lectures and learning knowledge. Today, through experiences such as this, they first get to do something hands-on. So it wasn't just lectures. They actually get to create something, create a prototype, create an idea. Secondly, it's a platform, it's an opportunity to do cross-cultural projects where they, Singaporeans, work with students from other countries, other cultures. Because for our students today, when they grow up, they must know the world. They must know that there are different cultures in the world, and we must appreciate them. This project gave them that opportunity. And I think we can do better, even better next year. I have two small ideas that maybe our organizers can consider. Number one, if we have stabilized, if we run this program well, maybe we can consider inviting other universities from Southeast Asia. Make that cooperation, make that understanding even richer. Second small idea, maybe we should include students also who are trained vocationally and trained in skills. For us, will be polytechnics. For you, maybe your technical colleges. Because I think we need to demonstrate to young people, knowledge, coding, IT plus skills, hands-on skills, have to work together. But whatever ideas, we make sure we do it well. But most important, what this hackathon, I feel, represent and really inspire many people, is that we all know young people, idealistic, which is a good thing. And young people are full of energy, also a good thing. The idealism, that energy will go somewhere, will go somewhere. If you don't harness it, it will go somewhere that may be not so useful. But it is the job of governments, it's the job of our global community, our regional community, to make sure we have a system, we have a government, we have society and economy that can channel the idealism and energy of our young people to good uses. And through hackathon like that, I think our young people are feeling a strong sense of fulfillment. They're putting their knowledge, their ideas into improving healthcare, improving clean energy, improving education. And let's continue to work together to fulfill their hopes, to channel their idealism and their energy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ong, for sharing your thoughts, views with us. Friends, the long-awaited moment has arrived, and may I now call upon the winning teams in reverse order to collect their checks. And also request dignitaries on the dais. Please provide your wishes to the students. Third prize goes to team name, Team A. Is the $6,000 worth Singaporean prize these students are getting. Please. May I now call upon the second prize winner, team name Air Hero. And the prize money is worth 8,000 Singaporean dollars. And friends, now the first prize winner, team name DevSec. The prize money worth 10,000 Singaporean dollars. Thank you so much, everyone, for motivating the students. I would now like to request the Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, to please address this August gathering. Thank you so much, sir.
My colleague, Dr. Nishank, Minister Ong, Professor Sahasrabudhe, Director IIT Madras, Professor Ramurthy, Sri Subra Sureshji, guests, friends. Friends, you have been working non-stop for the last 36 hours to solve challenging problems. Hats off to you and your energy. And I don't see fatigue, only freshness. I see satisfaction of a task well accomplished. I think this sense of satisfaction comes also from Chennai's special breakfast. Idli, dosa, vada, sambar. The hospitality offered by the city of Chennai is extraordinary in its warmth. I am confident that everybody here, particularly our visitors from Singapore, must have enjoyed Chennai. Friends, I congratulate the winners of the hackathon, and I congratulate each and every young friend assembled here, particularly my student friends. Your willingness to confront challenges and find workable solutions, your energy, your enthusiasm is of much greater value than just winning a competition. My young friends here have solved many problems today. I especially like the solution about cameras to detect who is paying attention. And now what will happen, you know? I will talk to my speaker in the parliament. And I'm sure it will be very useful to the parliament. For me, each of you is a winner. You are winners because you are not afraid of taking risks. You are committed to your efforts without worrying about the results. I will also take this opportunity to specially thank Mr. Ong Ye Kong, Education Minister of Singapore, Nanyang Technical University, for extending help and support to make the India-Singapore Hackathon a grand success. Friends, there are few things it's satisfying as seeing an effort one is associated from the very beginning become vibrant and successful. I had suggested this idea of a joint hackathon during a previous visit to Singapore. Last year, this was organized in Nanyang Technical University in Singapore. This year, it is being organized in the historic yet modern campus of IIT Madras. Friends, I have also been told that last year, the focus of the hackathon was competition. This time, each team consists of students of both countries who have worked together to solve problems. So it can be safely said we have moved from competition to collaboration. This is the strength that we need to bear jointly on the challenges that both our countries face. Friends, hackathons like these are great for youngsters. Participants get access to state-of-the-art technology for the solution of global problems. And they have to do it in a time frame. Participants can test their ideas, their innovative skills, and I firmly believe that the solutions found in today's hackathons are the startup ideas for tomorrow. We in India have been doing the Smart India Hackathon for the last few years. This initiative brings together government departments, people associated with industry, and all premier industries. We incubate, fund, and handhold solutions from the Smart India Hackathon and try converting them into startups. On similar lines, I hope that NTU, MHRD, and AICT will jointly explore the possibility of creating ventures on ideas from this joint hackathon. Friends, today, India is poised to grow into a $5 trillion economy. For that, innovation and startups will play a crucial role. Already, India is among the top 3 startup-friendly economies, ecosystems. During the last 5 years, we have given great emphasis to encourage innovation and incubation. Programs like Atal Innovation Mission, PM Research Fellowships, Startup India Abhiyan are the foundation of 21st century India and India that promotes culture of innovation. We are now trying to give exposure to modern technology like machine learning, artificial intelligence, blockchain to our students as early as in 6th grade. From school to research and higher education, an ecosystem is being created that becomes a medium for innovation. Friends, we are encouraging innovation and incubation for 2 big reasons. One is we want easy solution to solve India's problems to make life easier. And another, we in India want to find solutions for the whole of the world. Indian solutions for global application. This is our goal and our commitment. We would also like our cost-effective solutions to be available to serve the needs of the poorest countries. India innovation in support of the poorest and the most deprived, no matter where they live. Friends, I genuinely believe that technology unites people even across countries, across continents. I welcome the suggestions of Minister Ong. Let me take this opportunity to propose a similar hackathon involving those ASEAN countries that may be interested in participating with support from NTU, Government of Singapore, and Government of India. Let best brain in ASEAN countries compete to offer innovative solution for reducing global warming and climate change. To conclude, I once again congratulate all the participants and organizers for making this initiative a grand success. You are in Chennai, which offers rich culture, great heritage, and food. I request all participants, especially our friends from Singapore, to enjoy their stay in Chennai. Take this opportunity to visit places like Mahabalipuram, which is famous for its stone carvings and stone temples. They are classified as UNESCO World Heritage Site. Thank you. Thank you very much.
आपका बहुत बहुत आभार माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी। धन्यवाद. May I request dignitaries on the dais to please move down for a group photograph, very quick, we are going to have on the front seats itself, sir.
சார் கொஞ்சம் டீல் பண்ணுங்க. நீங்கள் அந்த பக்கம் வாங்க. லக்கி வேலைங்க சார்.
May I now request everyone Thank you so much, sir, for such warmth shown to our people. Now may I call upon, as a tradition, what we welcome our guests over here, Dr. Abhay Jere, Chief Innovation Officer, to please come. Dr. Abhay Jere, please come and welcome the chief guest of today. Myself will honor Mr. Ong, Minister of Education, Singapore, Dr. BVR Chaudhary. He is going to honor our HRD Minister, Mr. Ramesh Nishank. Then Dr. Papri Banerjee going to honor Mr. Subra Suresh. Thank you so much, everyone. I would now like to invite Professor Anil Sahasrabudhe, Chairman, All India Council for Technical Education, to present his welcome address. Sir.
A very good morning to you all. The distinguished Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi ji, Minister of Education, Singapore, Mr. Ong Ye Kung, Minister of HRD, Sri Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, Dr. Subra Suresh, President, Nanyang Technological University, Dr. Bhaskar Ramurthy, Director of IIT Madras, organizing team members from Singapore, NTU, NTUITE, MIC, that is MHRD's Innovation Council, IIT Madras, students and mentors from Singapore and India, students from schools, persons from media, brothers and sisters. It's a great privilege for me to welcome you all for this prize distribution function of Singapore-India Hackathon, particularly the Prime Minister of India, for 3 reasons. Number 1, it was his idea to start such a joint hackathon. In June 2018, he broached this idea while visiting NTU Singapore, and the Prime Minister of Singapore immediately accepted the same, and NTU Singapore and Intuitive organized the same on November the 12th and 13th, and Prime Minister Modi was present for the award function held on immediate next day on November 14. And on the same day, it was decided to complement it by holding the next event in India and in Chennai in IIT Madras. Prime Minister Modi is an inspiration for this hackathon. Secondly, he has just returned after a successful and highly grueling visit of US for a week, and barely within 36 hours, he is here to encourage young students who have toiled hard for 36 hours. Third and most important, he is a man of innovation and great vision, be it in governance, be it various missions like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, Digital India, Make in India, Startup India, gas subsidy through DBT, electricity to all villages, zero balance bank accounts for all, and Jan Dhan Yojana, and the list goes on. So hence, all the participants and organizers thank the Honorable Prime Minister for being with us today on this occasion. Now let me brief you about this hackathon. This hackathon has few differentiators compared to the previous one. The previous version certainly had same number of teams, that is 20 teams, but the 20 teams from India and 20 teams from Singapore had 3 members each and 1 mentor for each of those teams. And the number was, say, 60 plus 60, 120. But this time, we have decided to have a team of 6 members in 20 teams, 3 members belonging to Singapore and 3 members belonging to India. That means this is certainly still a competition, but it's a competition with collaboration. I think today world talks about collaboration, and we are making a movement towards collaboration between 2 nations, actually. This is very important. As far as the selection process is concerned, in India, we had 3 Smart India Hackathons already held. And last hackathon had more than 200,000 students who participated. And the prize winners, who were about 1,200 in number, they were given a test on the problem statements given for this hackathon. And we shortlisted about 600, then down to 200, then down to finally 60. I think, therefore, the cream de cream are here in this particular hackathon. The problem statements are also very interesting. We have chosen this time 3 areas. Unlike in the last time when we had problems on the smart campus, this time we have first problem statement on good health and well-being, again subdivided into 2 problems. One of them is epidemiology and hospital waste management. Both are critical for healthcare because the first one takes care of early detection based on the epidemics which is likely to occur and therefore take precautionary measures. The second one is about tracking of hospital waste material, such as syringes, gloves, and avoid the misuse. And therefore, both are using ICT, IT, and IoT in order to do that. The second one is for quality education. There are again two problems in this. One of them is to recognize the sentiment and psychology of the students by creating a device where you will take the photograph of the entire class and find out which of the students are having some kind of possible problems well in advance and take precautionary measures thereby. The next one is about attentiveness in a class. So by taking a picture in the classroom and by using the image processing as well as artificial intelligence, how do we know which of the students are not interested in the class and how do we make them motivated and make the teachers also aware of where they have to concentrate. The third problem is about affordable and clean energy, which is very important from the sustainable development goals perspective, and environmental indoor air quality monitoring is what is being done in this. Honorable Prime Minister, sir, students have attempted solving such intricate problems using image processing, artificial intelligence, data analytics, and IoT, which are the areas of the future and the current very, very interesting areas. These are not only useful for Singapore and India, but the entire globe. The jury involved were also technology practitioners of high repute. They had tough time in identifying the best teams. Finally, there are 3 teams who are going to be awarded today with the prizes of $10,000, $8,000, and $6,000 respectively. The other prize winners were of $4,000 and $2,000 each. My congratulations to all the winning teams and all those who participated in this grand hackathon. Many of these can be converted into startups. All the students who had great learning experience in this hackathon, we will continue to have such kind of arrangements in the future as well. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Professor Anil Sahasrabudhe. I would like to request Minister of Education, Singapore, Mr. Ong, to share his thoughts with us. Sir, please.
His Excellency Prime Minister Narendra Modi, His Excellency Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal, Minister for Human Resource Development, Professor Bhaskar Ramamurthy, Director of IIT Madras, colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen, it's a real honor to be here. It's my second trip to India this year. I was here in June and back here again today. But I must admit it's been quite a few years since I came to Tamil Nadu. So it's wonderful to be back here again. The ministers coming to and fro from Singapore, from India is numerous. And our relationship is so multifaceted. If I talk about it, it will be a very long speech. But let me just highlight a few things that meant so much to us. Number one, our economic linkages. Now, we make a living together in this world. Economically, 8,000 Indian companies is in Singapore. 8,000. Hundreds of thousands of Indian professionals, workers are in Singapore. Building systems, running systems, literally building Singapore for us. And we really value that. And Singapore, somehow we are so small, but we remain India's top foreign investors. Tamil Nadu, where we are, some of our biggest companies are here for many years. PSA, Ascender Singbridge, they ran an industrial park. Ascot, many other small companies, many Singaporeans, all working here. So the exchanges are very tight. We have a SECA, a free trade agreement, a comprehensive economic cooperation agreement that we signed some years ago. And then we have reviewed and we have completed, upgraded it since June last year. And I think this is a signal for both our people, both our governments, to say that to progress together, we must be open to the world. Open to the world, work together. That is the key to progress, prosperity, and bring up hopes for our young. In fintech is another very exciting area. We have started a joint working group since Prime Minister Modi visited Singapore last year. We started this working group. They have met a few times, and they are working on very exciting projects. We're trying to link our startups, our fintech startups, SMEs together and work together. We are working on the internationalization of Indian stack, which is essentially the technology behind the Aadhaar program. Most exciting to me is to link up our payment systems. In Singapore, the electronic payment system we have is NETS. In your case, it's the NPCI, the National Payment Corporation of India. So with that, and I'm very thankful that Prime Minister mentioned this in his independence speech earlier this year.